guys, welcome back to another video. This is MayloniCookz here, and today we are going to be making chicken and shrimp Alfredo with homemade garlic bread. But before the video starts, make sure you like the video, share the video with your friends, turn on post notifications, and comment what you guys want to see next on the channel. Now let's put on our aprons and let's get to cooking. Alright guys, now for our Alfredo, we're going to need fettuccine noodles. And I already have my water boiling. I've been having it boiling for about like 15 minutes. So once it comes to a boil, you want to take your noodles out and add it to the water. And we're going to use this entire box. So once you put all your noodles into your pot, you want to press it down so all the noodles can get underneath the water and cook evenly. Now we're going to season this water with some Lawry seasoning salt. Just about a teaspoon of this, not much. And now we're gonna let this cook for about 9 to 11 minutes. All right, for the seasoning for my shrimp, I used a tablespoon of Zatarain's blackened seasoning, a teaspoon of crushed red peppers, a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a tablespoon of Old Bay seasoning. And so now what we're gonna saute our shrimp in is 2 tablespoons of butter. We're gonna let that melt. And after the butter melts, we're gonna put some minced garlic for some extra flavor, but we're gonna move around this butter. Make sure it melts everywhere in the pan. And now we're gonna use a teaspoon of minced garlic. A little goes a long way, guys. And you also want to move that around as well. So now when you smell the minced garlic getting fragrant, that's when you want to put your shrimp in the pan. Move it around, make sure it's not on top of each other so it can cook evenly. And you want to let this cook for about 3 minutes max. Alright guys, now when the shrimp start to shrivel up, that's how you know it's done. And we're going to give it a try. Make sure you blow, guys, it's going to be hot. Best shrimp you'll make, guaranteed. Alright, so for the chicken, I have about 6 to 8 chicken breasts. I filleted them in half because sometimes chicken breasts are big. For the seasonings, I used 4 tablespoons of Lawry seasoning salt, 3 tablespoons of Zatarain's blackened seasoning, 1 teaspoon of crushed red peppers, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and garlic powder. For cooking our chicken, we're gonna need about a tablespoon of canola oil, whichever oil that you have. And we're gonna move it around so it covers the entire pan, just like the butter for the shrimp. We're gonna let this come up to heat, and then we're gonna add our chicken breast into it. So an indicator that our oil is ready for our chicken, you see that the oil is kind of separating from itself. That's how you know that the oil is hot. So once you see that, we're gonna put our chicken breast fillets into the oil. We're gonna let this cook for about 7 minutes on each side. All right, guys, now after 7 minutes, we're gonna flip. Oh, look at that, y'all. we're gonna cook for another 7 minutes. Now after 7 minutes on the other side, we're gonna take them out. Alright, so for our homemade garlic bread, it's super easy. All we're gonna need is a French baguette. And I have 2 sticks of butter with a tablespoon of garlic salt with parsley and with about a tablespoon of garlic in this bowl right here. And then we're gonna put this Parmesan cheese on top. All right, so for the bread, the garlic bread, we're only gonna use half of this, so we're gonna cut it vertically first in half. We're gonna save this for later. You can make a sandwich with it or croutons, whatever. And then we're just gonna cut these into about 2-inch slices. You wanna make it kind of thick. All right, so now that we have half of our loaf sliced, next we're gonna put our garlic butter on both sides. And once we cover both sides with the butter, we can put it on the pan. Alright guys, so now on top of these garlic breads, we're gonna put some Parmesan cheese on top. Just to cover the top. And we're gonna let this bread bake at 375 for about 5 to 10 minutes. Alright, so for the Alfredo sauce, we have some leftover butter, so we're gonna use this as our base. Now, once our butter is hot, we want to put 32 ounces of heavy whipping cream. Now you want to lower your heat and add your cheese, which we're going to be using Parmesan. And you want to stir it and then add more cheese. Stir it and add more cheese so it can become thick. Next, we're gonna put a half block of cream cheese, which is about 4 ounces. We're also going to put it inside of our Alfredo sauce. And you want to make sure this is room temperature. And we're going to add more Parmesan cheese to this sauce once the cream cheese melts. All right, so now we're gonna season it. We're gonna put about a teaspoon of Lawry seasoning salt, and then a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of onion powder, and a teaspoon of black pepper. And depending on how thick you want your Alfredo sauce, you can add more cheese to it if you would like.
All right, guys, now that is how you make chicken and shrimp Alfredo. I made the chicken for my sister and my mom. So what do we do after we cook? So that's what I'm about to do. I have just shrimp here since I'm a pescatarian. We're gonna eat some Alfredo first. You won't ever have to buy Alfredo sauce ever again, y'all. So let's try the garlic bread. Crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. I made some broccoli on the side. You But you can choose to do any vegetable or other side that you want. Of course, that's good too. But that's it, y'all. Bye.
All right, so it's just, I was like, okay, my bad. With a Atibu, make sure you comment what you want to see let.
Banga, 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 banga.
I'm about to sneeze.
That was all on camera.
Yikes. Okay.
You won't ever have to make Alfredo sauce ever again.
Bye. You said you won't ever have to make.
Oh.